Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, welcome back to my kitchen. Whoever doesn't know me, my name is Svetlana, and today is Sunday, Father's Day. First of all, I want to wish all the fathers out there happy Father's Day, healthy and happy. Today, for Father's Day, I'm going for a barbecue and I want to make plov, Uzbek Plov. And of course, if I'm making it, I want to show it to you. This dish is so delicious and not that easy to make. In the part of Soviet Union, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, man has to make this plov. If woman makes it, it's big no-no. Only man has to make it. And of course, when men gonna know that a woman from Ukraine making Uzbek plov, they're gonna say no, impossible, cannot be good. But I'll prove them wrong. It's gonna be absolutely delicious, and if they're gonna see how I make it, they're gonna realize that I'm making it the right way. So for this recipe, we will need, I have about 8-9 pounds of meat here, and for this amount of meat, because I'm making a lot, you can make a little bit of plov. It's like borscht. It's like you cannot do it. You have to make a lot. And for about 8-9 pounds of meat, I'm gonna have 5 huge carrots. I have 3 large onions. For spices, we're gonna have coriander, we're gonna have cumin seeds or cumin powder, doesn't matter. I'm probably gonna finish this, I have not much left. I'm gonna have salt, pepper, and also I have barberries. I don't know how it calls in English. It's barbarian berry. I don't even know what it is. I mean, my Russian friends know we get it in a Russian store. If you don't have it, don't go crazy for it. They're just little sour berries. It's okay, it's gonna be okay without it. And I'm making it with chickpeas and raisins. Guys, I used to eat it without raisins. Once I tried it with raisins. It's completely different taste. It's, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And again, if you don't want it, you could skip that. For the main part, we need our meat, carrots, and onion, and garlic. For this amount, I need probably 4 garlic, but I only had 2. Nobody wanted to go to the store. We'll use what we have. And for this amount of meat and carrots and onion, I'm gonna use 2 pounds of basmati rice. Yes, you usually make this plov with the shorter rounded rice, but I had a co-worker from Uzbekistan and he used to make the best plov and he always used basmati, so I started using basmati and it worked out the best. It's excellent. Again, we need either vegetable oil or I use extra light olive oil for frying, and I also add a little bit of sesame oil. Yes, I love it. Please, guys, don't criticize me. It's my plov, it's my recipe, it's my taste. It's probably for people from Uzbekistan, it's big no-no, but I like it and it gives a little bit of hint. I don't use much, I use a little bit. And yes, it tastes delicious. And if you want to make it authentic, you don't use it. So don't be afraid that it's so much carrots, because carrots gonna give us that juice, its sweetness, and the way we need to cut our carrots, it needs to be like a thin French fries, let's put it that way. You cannot shred it, no, we need it thick. So how I'm gonna do it, we're gonna do it, I have this helper that's amazing, and right now Samuel's gonna do it and I'm gonna show you. I already showed it to you when I made my borscht. I'm showing it to you now. I'm gonna put a link on the description where it's gonna be all the ingredients and how much of everything. So you could get it on Amazon. This tool is a lifesaver. It's like in 5 minutes, all of it gonna be sliced to a French fries looking carrots. And you could also use it for French fries, of course. So let's begin. First of all, we need to soak our rice. Our rice needs to be soaked because all the starch that rice has around it gonna make it stick together. We need to wash it off. So our rice should be very, very like separated. And the main thing with plov, when we add in water, I'll go over it while I do it. It has to be a certain amount of water so our rice would be firm, but not too soft, not too hard. This is the hardest part from the plov, and I used to make it in the beginning. My rice would always be soft. It's still delicious, but men from Uzbekistan would disqualify you forever if they would try plov with the rice that's soft. So let's begin. We're gonna start with our rice. So we're putting our rice in the bowl with a drainer, and we gotta rinse it 3 times. Why 3 times? I don't know why 3 times, but the way I was taught, it's gotta be 3 times. So we fill this up with water. You see the water becomes white. It's from the starch. And we just rinse it. We pour out this water and we repeat 3 times. That we cover our rice with water and we'll leave it like that until we're gonna need to use it. So I'm using my tool, and look how easy it does. All you need to do is just, and you even, it's very safe for your fingers. Yeah, like this. Oops, it's all over the place. But we need to get it to these pieces, like this. Like you see, like thin French fries. So this is how it needs to get. You adjust it. You could make anything with this thing. You could make like a thin sliced potato, French fries, basically like a lot of different functions it does. I just wanted to show it to you guys because this is very great tool. And of course, say hi to Kobe, because Kobe's waiting here for carrots, because Kobe loves carrots. Hi, Kobe. Okay, so I always get a little bit extra carrots, so I could give a little bit to Kobe. All right, I'll see you when I finish with my carrots. Now we slice our onion. Also, no matter how you slice it, it's gonna melt. So just like this. The whole onion, just like that. Okay, so now my carrots are cut like this. You see, like French fries. My onion cut like this, just big pieces. And don't be afraid, it's not a lot. That's what's gonna give us juicy, delicious plov. And I buy, for lamb, I always get meat with the bone. So it's either leg, that sliced, cut on chunks, some pieces like that, or I found this beautiful lamb shoulder in ShopRite. It's absolutely amazing. It's so tender and juicy. So meat looks like that. It has bone here and bone here. So I'm just gonna cut it like this. It doesn't have too much fat. Cut it like that, to pieces like this. Here's bone, so I'll color it right here. And that's it. I'm just gonna leave these pieces just like that. And I'm gonna continue with, oops, the rest of my meat. Just gonna cut it around the bone to big pieces like that, because we don't need small pieces. And that's it. And I'll see you when everything is cut. I just wanted to show you how I cut it because it's very important for carrots. And I'll see you by the stove. Okay, so now I cut all my meat. I would like large pieces. You could cut it to smaller pieces. Also preferences. And I'm gonna fry my meat first. I need to fry them on both sides. This is how I like it. So I'm gonna fry them on 2 pans, so we'll make it faster. And our oil needs to get really hot, and we're gonna fry them, sear them to the brown on both sides. And then I'm gonna put them all here, and I'll show you the rest with the onion. So now we just place our meat like that on a hot pan. And I'll show you when I'm gonna flip it, how it's gonna look. Now we're gonna flip our meat. You see, we're gonna get it to this color. And we're gonna fry it on this side we're gonna fry everything until it's gonna get this color. And I'll see you then. So now I took all this meat out. And while I'm frying the rest of my meat here, I'm gonna start with my onion. Okay guys, we're making plov. It's gonna be a lot of oil. Unfortunately, we need to use a lot of oil. Otherwise, it's not plov. Like this much. I believe like 2 cups of oil. I usually don't do it, but my friend who makes it professionally told me if you're not gonna use enough oil, your rice will never come out best. So yes, we're gonna have to. And as I said, I'm gonna use a little bit of sesame oil just for taste. Please don't judge me. It tastes absolutely amazing. To all these guys, professional Uzbek Plov makers, if you don't make it, try it. Okay, here, tablespoon. That's it, just this much. And to that, I'm gonna put all my onion. Let it heat it up for a little bit. So I want to tell you something. Your plov, the color of your plov, gonna depend on the onion. You need to make your onion golden brown. So for that reason, your plov gonna look, the rice gonna look that color. So we're gonna start with the onion. And, okay. So we start frying our onion. And we're gonna fry it until it's gonna be golden brown. Yes, guys, that's a lot of work making this plov. And your kitchen's gonna be dirty from splashing oil. That's why a lot of men do it outside on a wooden fire, but I cannot do it. I wish I could. So, I'll clean my kitchen. So now, while you start with your onion, you get about 2 liters of water. We need about 2 liters of boiling water. I don't know how much exactly. You make it less. I'm just going to show you how it needs to look. So I'll see you when my onion is done and I'm ready to pour my water. I'm going to show you what we do. We're going to add our spices. We're going to add our garlic. And we're going to make zivrak. Zivrak, because it's going to be very spicy, very salty. Because then the rice is going to absorb all the salt. So I'll show you the rest when we're there. So it took around 15 minutes to get my onion to this color. And now we're gonna put our meat inside. What's wrong with my stove? Makes this crazy sound. Okay. I hope I'm gonna fit everything in this. Ooh, it's a lot of meat. Now we're gonna give everything a nice stir. We're gonna mix it all. And you saw, guys, I didn't put any spices yet. No salt, no pepper. So now what we do now, we have our boiling water. And we add our water. Our water needs to cover everything, our meat. Okay. So this much. Now, this needs to be salted really well. It needs to be a little bit over salted. And we add spices. What we use in here, I use cumin seeds. I'm gonna finish it. It's around 2 tablespoons here. I also gonna use around a tablespoon and a half of coriander powder. I'm gonna use about 2 teaspoon and a half of pepper to your taste. And I also use my barbarian berries. I don't even know how it calls in English. It's about here, 1 pack has 5 grams, so it's like 10 grams of it. Guys, I don't know how it calls. I'm gonna Google it and I'm gonna tell you. I mean, if you skip it, you'll be okay. So all this mixture needs to come to a boil. And let me try to salt to get the level of the salt. More salt. I need more salt. So guys, I don't know how much salt, depending how much you're making it. Your water needs to be salted, like ocean water. a little bit over salted to your taste. No, more. Now it's salted perfectly, and we need it to be salted a little bit more, and I need a little bit more pepper. And I'm gonna finish my cumin, a little more coriander powder. Or you could use cumin powder as well, doesn't matter. Whatever you have on hand. We're gonna bring it to a boil. We're also gonna add our garlic. We needed like 4, at least 3, but well, lazy, everybody's lazy, nobody wants to go to the store on Father's Day. So it's okay, I forgot to buy it, my fault. We'll deal with it like that. So now everything gonna get to the boil and let it boil for 15 minutes. And then we're gonna add our carrots and I'll show you the rest. So my Zebrock is cooking for 15 minutes on a high flame. Now I'm gonna take out this garlic, place it right here. We'll use it later. And we're gonna take our carrots. I'm just gonna put them on top. Everything. Just like that. I'm gonna cover it. Medium heat, medium high, half an hour. And I'll see you after. Kobe. So, my plov was cooking for another half an hour covered. Now how it's starting to look. Here, I take my rice and I evenly spread it on top. And I soak my rice for all this time in the water. Now I picked it up and just my rice, and I evenly spread it on the top, just like that. Okay. Here I have boiling water, and this is how we cook it. This is a crucial part. We need to add boiling water, but the amount this has to be right. So our rice, it would be not too much water, not too little bit of water, and it's very, very hard to notice. So I'm gonna show you how I know. Don't forget, we have a lot of water on the bottom because we were cooking our meat in the water. A lot of it evaporated, but a lot of it there, and we don't see it like that. So what I do, I put a little bit, just like that. And I wait a little bit because right now it's gonna start boiling and all the water from the bottom gonna come up. So I think this would be enough. When they say in the recipe it has to be 2 fingers above the rice, no, your rice is gonna be overcooked. It doesn't need to be 2 fingers above. It's gonna be probably just like that because you're gonna see right now that the water gonna come up, and we're gonna let it boil until most of it gonna evaporate, and then I'll show you how it's gonna be. But I'm gonna be showing you because this is a very, very crucial step. Let me put my heat to high, and we'll let it boil. And right now you're gonna see a lot of it gonna come up because we have a lot of water on the bottom. So we could mix our rice a little bit. Just like that. So I'm gonna let it boil for a little bit. We don't need any more water for sure. I'm gonna let it boil a little bit, and I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do next. So now we gently mix our rice on top, like that. And we wait until all this water evaporates. And then we're gonna make holes in the rice and continue letting all this liquid evaporate. And now I have this thing where you could use a spoon or anything, the other side of it. and we're just making holes like that, and we're just helping the water to evaporate. Oh my God, something wrong with my stove. Now, oh, okay. Now, when it's gonna be less water, it's gonna get drier on top, and we're gonna be able to make these holes. And I'm gonna show you at the end how it's gonna look when just the oil gonna be left without the water. How it's starting to look. You see, it's already less water, it's evaporating, and this is the crucial moment right here, and this is the hardest because you have to stay on top of it and make these holes, help the water to evaporate. You could gently mix rice on top so everything cooks evenly. We don't mix the whole thing because it's done by layers, but you could gently mix just the rice on top. And we continue making holes to make sure, because it's still a lot of water. It's not just the oil. It's not ready to be covered, because after that, we're gonna cover it and put it on a very low heat and let it sit for about half an hour, and then it's gonna be ready. So we're still gonna do like that, I think, for about 10-15 minutes. So I'll show you the final step, how it looks when it's almost ready. So guys, this is all oil. When we move our rice, there is no water there. So whatever is bubbling, this is all oil. So I think about 5 minutes and it's gonna be ready to be covered and rest for half an hour. So now I have my chickpeas. I'm adding my chickpeas. I also got my raisins. Oops. For this amount, I'm gonna use 2 handfuls of raisins. And now, what we're gonna do, we're gonna get a plov and kind of try to get it all on the middle. It's just so much. It's just so hard because it's so much. Oops. Oh, I cannot do it. It's just too much of it. But it's alright. I need the man for that. That's why you need a man. For this labor.
I can do it.
But you're filming. I want you to be filming. Alright, okay, good enough. We're gonna make a big hole right here. We're gonna stick our garlic on sides. Cover it. Very, very, very low heat, like the lowest you could do. And I will see you in half an hour. Okay guys, our plov is ready. Look at this beauty. A piece of art. And look at our rice. Oops. Look at our rice. You see? It's spreading. It's like, it's not sticking together. That's my point. This is how it's supposed to be. And because we didn't salt it, we salt the water, I just tried the rice. It needs a little bit more salt. So I'm just gonna put a little bit more salt on top. Just a bit. I'm gonna mix it up. Now we need to mix, ouch, we need to mix everything together, everything. So let me just get it out on the plate. Our meat, carrots. Oh my God, the smell is insane.
I smell the sesame oil, I like it a lot.
Yeah, it's a little bit. You smell it a little bit. And of course I'm making a mess. It's normal. We're gonna put it on the plate. And we will decorate it. and then we will try it. And I don't know who's gonna tell me that I make it less perfect than Uzbek men. No one. If they watch how I made it just like that. And now I'm gonna try it. Guys, and from everything that we were making, this is just less than half, because I need 2 or 3 like this to take everything out. It was a lot, because I'm making for 20 people. So I need a lot. So for this much, you probably need 4 pounds of meat, and then you cut all the ingredients in half, because I'm gonna give you the proportion for everything for 8 pounds of meat. And it's gonna be under the description, the little arrow, you click and you're gonna see how much of everything. So now, not talking, I'm trying my plov. Oh my God, it's the smell. Samuel's standing right there and he cannot wait. And look at this rice, you see? It's perfectly cooked, it's not too soft and it's not too hard. And it's very juicy from all these carrots. You see the raisins and chickpeas and meat and absolutely delicious. It does not describe this. Meat melts in your mouth. So tender and juicy, because this meat is right next to the bone. Guys, it's fattening. It's the raisins. Okay, it's fattening. It's a lot of mess. The kitchen was all dirty. I had to clean it while I was cooking. But any person who's gonna cook it and then clean the kitchen, do all this work and then try this thing, it's all worth it. No one gonna regret it. And we don't eat it every day, so if it's a little bit more calories than the regular food that we eat every day, it's okay, because we usually make it for the holiday. It's so good that if you're gonna cheat on your diet, cheat on something like this and enjoy it. And happy Father's Day again to all the fathers out there. And subscribe to my YouTube channel, leave likes, and I'm waiting for the comments. And enjoy the weather today, and happy Father's Day. Enjoy the Father's Day, and enjoy the barbecue, the cooking, the restaurants, and just enjoy life. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.